And then got up this morning, and we actually had to get up this morning and leave at a decent time because...
Well, we had the John Scott tribute benefit at Route 47. And so, yeah, we had to get there, like, somewhat. We were already warned by, I can't remember who it was. Someone said, carpool if you have to, because there's not going to be lots of parking.
That was the video that Mad Mike put out.
Oh, that was his
the
video.
update he put out, like, last week.
Aha, that's
when
right.
One of the warnings was, because we've already sold, the first
So
250 pre-sale tickets, and or 200 or whatever, and then I think they got another like 200 or 250. So I'm like, well, if they sold all those, that's 450 people in Route 47. Route 47 is a big place, but that's still a lot of people for that place. And I'm assuming throughout the day, we were probably at that capacity.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I've never seen Route 47 that full. Like, it was front to back. Like,
I've seen them about that full. Can't remember who was playing when they were, but I've seen them pretty full. But that was one heck of a, holy cow, I am like mentally like exhausted from, and then, physically also too. And, but yeah, it's just there's a lot.
So basically, John Scott was the lighting guy at Route 47 for as long as it's been Route 47, which the guy was saying like 6 years
At least.
since he took over. Oh yeah, because John must have been there before because he didn't want to hire anyone that was there from before. But John proved he could do the job, or I forget the story he told, but he hired him on is what we're saying. And
you could tell he knew what he was doing, and he was really talented, and not just some lighting guy.
Right? Yeah, he was more like an artist. Yeah. I never met the man.
I think I've just kind of not officially met, just kind of passing and
once the flyers for this came out and I saw the pictures, I'm like, I kind of recognize him. Him and Joe back in the booth. But yeah, so he's a lighting guy, and he was sick apparently. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but exactly what he had. But apparently he was sick for a while and didn't tell anyone, and then, as it happens. So they did. They were doing a benefit for him. They had the pre-sale tickets we were talking about. It was $20 either way, but the pre-sale tickets got you a wristband that got you a plate of food, and as far as I can tell, unlimited beer. Yeah, free beer. Yeah. And then if you were chumps like us and just paid $20 at the door, because they weren't doing the tickets online, you had to either go to one of the Thursday night jams to get them from Mad Mike, or you could contact them and they would figure out a time that they could meet you and do that whole thing. And I'm just like, that seems like a lot of work. So we just paid our $20 at the door, and all proceeds for the door went to the family, and the pre-sale tickets. All proceeds from any of the silent auction items or the things that Mike was auctioning off on stage went to the family. So, and some of the bar sales too, I think. Not all of them, but I think a portion of them. So this was literally all about getting the family as much help as they could, which is always good. But the other intriguing part, so it ran from 1 to 7. They had 19 bands. Do that math real quick. 19 bands. Each band had roughly 13 minutes, something like that, and then less than 5 minutes in between. I mean, they backlined everything. So literally, they didn't have to switch out drums or amps or anything like that. It was literally just switching out people, plugging in, and pretty much going. I mean, they had all the levels set. So, But it was impressive because somehow we got done even after all the Mike's thank yous and talking. We were still had like 20 minutes. It was still like 20 minutes to 7. So yeah, they were cruising through this show, which is we were discussing because we went out to Denny's afterwards. And we were talking about it. It's like, were there bands missing? And because it felt like there should have been more, but we counted our list and we have 19. So it's like, no, they're just that efficient. Unfortunately, I did not get video clips of them because I was thinking about it and I'm like, I don't want to do a whole song from each band.
Yeah.
Because then this video would be like 20 hours long. So it'd be like, a minute or whatever from each. And then by the time I realized, I should be doing that, we were like 4 bands in. Yeah. So I'm just like, well, whatever. And there's going to be, I know there's a guy, Carlo there, white beard with the hat and the sunglasses.
Yes.
And I think he videotaped like the entire thing. So I'm sure he'll be putting that out in segments and whatnot.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were doing a lot of videos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures,
Yeah.
So I kind of didn't really do a lot with this one. I did not do any videos, and I got very few pictures. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot out. I know there's gonna be a lot because.
Look out in the next couple of days.
Like the professionals were doing their things. So I'm like,
for sure.
I don't need to be doing this because the professionals already got it figured out. So. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through them as quickly as we can.
I'm hoping we got all the names and such right because and you'll find it.
I'll find it and I'll put up an image of the actual poster with the names.
So first one was Hell Rider.
It was Hell Rider, who interesting choice to start. Obviously, like a old school like thrash cover band. They opened up with Anthrax's Only, which I thought was a bold choice. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Mad Mike came on and they did 1 or 2 songs to like open it.
Yeah.
Maybe only 1. I don't remember. But yeah, then they brought on Hell Rider and they opened it with Anthrax's Only, which is a good song, but like probably wouldn't be my choice for opening. Then they did Cowboys from Hell, and then what did they finish with? I don't remember what they finished.
I do not remember.
But they were okay. I'm assuming that they're relatively new. They seemed a little unrehearsed, but again, for what it was, you don't see a lot of bands doing that kind of stuff. So that was impressive to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next we have Foo Fighters. So
Foo Fighters.
That is always man. They're good. They're always there. I've seen them two or three times at least. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I love watching them and.
Yeah, I've known the name for a while, but I just haven't had a chance to see them. And we were talking about this at dinner too. I'd like to see a full set of them because, again, each band basically did like 3 songs per. So they had to condense their set into 3 songs, and which would be difficult anyway. And for that band, and correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm completely off base, let me know. But it seemed like you did your normal opening song, you picked a song from the middle of your set, and then you did your closer, which, given enough time, I could see the progression of energy and intensity and whatnot. Compressing that into 13 minutes didn't... It felt a bit forced. I saw what you were doing, but it felt a bit forced and not quite natural, but still good. Foo Fighters, despite what people think, is not easy music to play in any way, shape, or form. Especially the later you get. So applause to anyone that does it. But I would like to see a full set to get the full experience.
Have to. I have 2 Foo Fighters shirts. You're gonna have one of them. Jen showed me how to do cut it and twist it and stuff. But and I still haven't done it to mine, but I have two, so you could have one. And then, did I already give you one? I don't remember.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, because I got one from the Foo Fighters tribute we saw at Rockfest.
Yes.
Which I don't
Fresh
remember.
Fighters.
Fresh Fighters,
Yep.
who are also very good.
Yeah. So, but,
and just this show was good in the sense that it was kind of like a little sampler
yeah.
of like all the bands I've heard about for years but have never seen, and now I just want to see full sets from all of them. So we'll just
It worked, you guys.
yes totally.
Okay. Then we have halfway there.
Bon Jovi, a tribute to the music of Bon Jovi, I think is how they build themselves. I've seen these guys a couple of times. You've seen them once, twice?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
How many ever? I've seen them with you. So, once. I think I've seen them once, and you've seen them twice.
I've seen them twice.
Well, the one time I wasn't able to go work or something stupid.
Yeah. Because I remember I sent you little video snippets. Yeah, these guys are good. These guys are good. Again, I don't know of another Bon Jovi tribute in the cities or in the state.
Yeah.
So that right there, all of them talented. They have two very talented female lead vocalists who are both phenomenal. And yeah, and they put together a good set.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Opened up with Bad Medicine and ended with Runaway and forget what they did in the middle, but yeah.
Well, they opened up with Raise Your Hand.
Oh yeah, they opened with Raise Your Hands, then Bad Medicine, then Runaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That was a good.
Yeah. Good
choices.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we go through the list, it was clear to me, like the people that rehearsed for this, because again, the first probably 3 or 4 bands, albeit good, still felt a little like nervous, a little, kind of little ill prepared. As you got further in, it was like, oh yeah, these guys are professionals and could do an hour or could do 10 minutes. Like it didn't matter. But they would just go out there and do their thing. But yeah, so that was halfway there. Then we have Southern Express, a band I know by name. Like I've heard the name around, and I don't know if they're exclusively a Skinner tribute. I think at least 1 or 2 of the songs they did were Skinner songs. So they might be like a Skinner tribute, or they might just be like a Southern rock tribute. But they were fun.
Oh yeah,
they were fun.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. At first, I was kind of like, but no, they're good. Very. Yeah, I've got. Wait a minute. I gotta separate this because that's the next band actually.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. No, I thought they were good, and I was pleasantly surprised, and of course I wanted my whiskey or bourbon because that's what it's like the drinking music.
Oh yeah, that's good drinking music.
Yep. So for sure. So Southern Express, they were quite they're doing all right.
Though during their last song, which was a little bit kind of like jam bandy. I kind of saw Mike on the side of the stage, kind of going up and kind of going down. It's like, okay, guys, just wrap it up. You gotta go.
Oh, funny.
Even though again they did end like a half hour early, which surprises me still. They were good. High Octane. Oh my God.
Yeah.
First thing I thought when the singer started to sing is like, oh, we have Sebastian Bach on vocals.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He looked like him. He had the same kind of stage physicality as him, and his voice was just fuck.
Probably loud.
Very
heavier
loud.
rock.
Yeah, heavier.
Oh, that's what I got.
I don't remember what songs they did, but
oh man,
it was good. Like I want to see a full Hopefully, they're still like active, because I would love to see a full set of those guys. That would be awesome.
That was definitely one of those. I was like, oh yeah, I could do some more. I could definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Use some
for
more.
sure.
Okay, so then we had Joe Spanbauer with. He had Mad Mike's band.
He had
the
Fun House. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm assuming those are all originals. I would assume.
I think they were, but yeah, oh man, he knows his thing. He's very not kind of mesmerizing.
Kind of mesmerizing.
He gets your attention. Like he's got a very good. It's like stage presence.
Yeah, really good stage presence, really good voice.
Oh man.
Again, before Rockfest, I didn't even know that the man sang.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
when,
funny.
When we saw
Sweet Addiction.
Sweet Addiction, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's true. Oh shit. But I mean, but then thinking about it, I'm sure I've been in some of the Thursday night jams where he's gotten up
yeah.
and probably didn't even make that connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
That's what I got. So wow, so good, killed it.
Absolutely,
Those are
absolutely.
my little bitty notes I've got here, because I'm trying to remember to take notes so we can remember some of this, because it's a lot otherwise to put in your brain.
We're trying to be more professional. A little bit.
Professional.
As much as we can be.
It's all right. I'm a professional. And it's actually Wayward Boys Club with a K.
With a K.
Instead of a C. So I have to amend my notes. Yeah. Okay. Wayward Boys with a Z.
Yes, Wayward Boys Club. My story with these guys is that I knew Jimmy. Oh my God, what's his name now? But the guitar player used to be in Hot Rod Rodeo, and then because actually when we got drinks the first time, when we first got there, I saw Coos, who's the bass player who was the main singer for, and I was like, hey, what are you doing here? And then I saw him get on stage. He was the one playing the Rickenbacker. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're in this band too. So pretty much that band, and I don't know if that was a band that existed before Hot Rod Radio or not. I'm not sure. But a band that was half Hot Rod Radio. It was a band we did a lot of shows with, and I really, really liked. And so if you're familiar with Hot Rod Radio, picture like a heavier, like dirtier version of Hot Rod Radio. And that's pretty much Wayward Boys Club. I was impressed. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was too. I got hard bluesy rock is what I've got. And then they were saying one of the songs they did was called Falling Down the Mountain.
Oh yeah, yep.
And then they actually apparently have a new album out or coming out.
I think coming out.
So I put that in my notes because me, physical copies. So yeah, so that's something we kind of like looked at each other like, ooh, So definitely on our radar, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but they were good.
They were really good.
Yeah, definitely. I was another like, give me some more whiskey. I was totally sober today. I didn't have anything to drink.
Yeah,
not feeling the greatest.
Yeah, because we didn't overindulge last night, but probably
we had some drinks.
So,
and I gotta be careful with my drinks, anyways. And then, and I gotta work at 6 tomorrow morning, so I'm like, no, you are not gonna be.
You're gonna be good.
Yes. So no, it was like good.
Yeah, they were definitely one of the highlights of the day for me. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
In the sea of just incredible musicianship,
awesomeness. Yeah. Oops. No. Okay. Anyways.
So that was set one, because they broke the day into like 3 kind of sets and took like a 10-15 intermission, minute intermission between each. So that was the first set, ending with Wayward. Second set opened with The Hype, who were probably the most professional band. I mean, they went out there and their segues between the songs were good. Their stage banter was good. It was
They just blended their songs together. Like that was, I thought that was really interesting. They really, like there was just this, and it wasn't a flow where you didn't notice they were changing songs, but it was definitely like it was weird. It was good.
It was very good.
But they were like holy, and it started out with Dr. Feelgood, which I just love because
and they played 3 Crew songs. Yeah, because it was Dr. Feelgood, then Wild Side.
Well, they had the Crew like look down too.
Yeah,
like they were like.
Yeah, for sure.
So they were good.
Yeah, Feel Good, Wild Side, and then Same Old Situation, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, doing it that way, it's very easy to kind of not blend them, but segue them like that.
Yes.
And they did it masterfully. I mean, they're so good.
Yeah, they were good. At first, I was kind of like, when I saw their mouths, I'm like, oh gosh, okay, what's going on here?
And plus, their name is The Hype. I mean, come on.
I know. I was kind of like, yeah. No, they were, holy crap, they were good.
They were good. And I think an entire night of them would be a lot of fun.
It would be, because with the tickets that I thought about it, but then I was plus I think we already have something that weekend.
Because that's next weekend, so that's 10,000 Days.
That's right.
Muzzle.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen. No, because that's
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins tribute. I have not seen them yet.
Neither have I.
They're a bit on my list. So
sorry.
Next weekend. So
next weekend.
Okay. All right. So so that was a hype, and then I think it's the same dudes, but he's not sure. But
I think it's the same dudes with a different singer. She thinks it's the exact same band. Singer. We don't know. Hurricane Alice. So the Hype and Hurricane Alice. Same band? Are you the same people? Are you switching out singers? What do you?
Did we fall into the Twilight Zone?
Possibly. Some weird vortex in the Matrix or something.
Yeah.
Either way, both bands were really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the guitar player, bass player, and drummer were the same because they did not move.
Okay.
Yeah, they just brought in Hurricane Alice.
Yeah.
From the side, and that may or may not be the same singer as the Hype.
And I try to look it up because I'm a stalker, and
and didn't. Yeah.
Apparently, if you research anything nowadays, you get called a stalker. Who knew? But anyways, I'm one of these people. I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking something, I want to know. Like, is it or is it not? You know.
Yeah.
So, but I tried to figure it out. But anyways, let us know, please. Pretty please.
Yeah. Most plausible theory I can think of, because Hurricane Alice was big like late 80s, early 90s. Like they were in like Metal Edge and stuff like that. They were getting like some national coverage and shit.
All right.
So my theory, because the 3 songs that Hurricane Alice did, I'm sure were all original, like from those days. And so I think what happened was Hurricane Alice broke up at some point. And kind of reimagined themselves and came out as the Hype.
Okay.
I think that's probably what happened.
And I want to know, is that true? Because that's plausible.
Yeah, Tank, you know these guys. Let us know.
Well, hey, I didn't know that, or I would have attacked him.
I'm pretty sure Tank
got the DL.
knows those guys.
Okay, Tank knows everybody. Just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm used to it. I just like last night at the North Star, I just kind of like back up. Let everybody through because they're coming for him. So I was like, I know they're coming for him. Like whether they're cutting a hug or a fist bump or something. I'm like, yeah. So that's cool. That's fun. You know, it's like, gosh, the metal community is so awesome. I just love you people. Okay, I mean, I guess us people because he told me I'm one of them now, which is fine.
Yeah, she's officially been.
Have I been hazed in?
Not hazed in, but
oh shit!
Not
am I going to be hazed in?
Not indoctrinated. What's the word I'm looking for? When inaugurated? What
inaugurated? I don't freaking know. Okay, all right. Keep going.
Integrated. She's been integrated.
Integrated, sure. Okay, so then
Pesky Kids. A name again I've seen around forever.
I know there's been a couple times we were going to go see, but it didn't quite work out or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were good. I don't remember. Again, I don't remember exactly what they did, but I liked it.
I've got
And I was like, yeah, right on, dude.
very great harmony. I got harmony. I had goosebumps because when I hear just good harmonies, like the vocals are just, I get goosebumps. So I got some goosebumps, and then I got tight set there because they had it.
Yeah, they had it down. But again, this is
So-
a band that's probably been around for
Oh yeah.
15, at least 15 years, 20 years, maybe. I mean, yeah, I mean, these guys have been around forever, and you can tell because they just nailed it.
It was awesome.
Yeah, really good. Oh, Arena. A band was that the band that we thought wasn't going to be there? That they
I think so.
disintegrated or
No,
something?
no, that's Anthem. See,
Oh, Anthem.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anthem is not, as far
Okay.
as I remember, Anthem is done.
Okay,
I
they
thought
got it-
for a second Anthem was gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh crap, no, it's not Anthem because they're not going anymore, I believe. I'm almost 100% positive. But it's Arena that was going to be there. So
Okay.
which I
Okay.
don't think I've seen Arena before. If I have, it was a different lineup because I
Yes.
don't think it had a lady singer.
Yeah, I was going to
before.
say, I don't remember the thing
Yeah,
that I've seen
okay.
about Arena. I don't remember them being
I
being
think I've
female
seen
fronted.
them once before.
I mean, not, she had a hell of a voice.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Oh, that was entertaining. That was entertaining, and like I have a I think it was Pretty Reckless down below, way down below. I think that.
Oh,
was the
yeah,
name of
yeah,
the song.
yeah.
They did a cover of that, and that was good. And I don't know if you know that song or not because you don't listen to.
I
a lot
think.
that
I mean, I think
listen
I'd
to.
probably know it if I heard
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then they did Greta Van Fleet Highway Tune,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like both of those. I was just like, whoa, because different than
Than your average.
yeah, not your usual covers,
Mm-hmm.
a little newer stuff. Greta Van Fleet, which I actually do really like Greta Van Fleet. Everybody's gonna go, they're the Led Zeppelin knockoff, but I actually get the first time I heard Greta Van Fleet was on the radio, and it was the song "When the Curtain Falls," I believe, which I, honest to freaking gosh, thought it was Rush, old Rush. And I was like, I'm a Rush maniac if you guys don't know that. But I was like, where is this Rush song from that I've never heard of? And then
That I own everything
yeah,
by
that
this
I
band
own
and then some,
almost
and I've
everything.
never heard.
I'm
yeah.
a rabid, maniacal Rush fan with the brush tattoo for crying out loud. Gonna be another one very soon too. But yeah. So anyways, Greta Van Fleet cover. Holy crap! And like they killed it. And
Yeah,
her vocals, freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like holy
for
crap.
sure. For sure.
So yeah, that was wow. Okay, Arena. I wasn't quite so sure about them. I just thought, oh, they're just another. But no, holy crap! All right, like you said, they got us. Now we want to see full sets by all these people. So okay, so next.
Next, we're back to Mad Mike's, the Funhouse band, if you want to call it that. The core band that does Funhouse.
House band? Can we
House
call them a
band.
house
We can
band
call them a
by
house
now?
band.
Kind of.
I mean, he was running the thing, so
Oh, yes, yeah.
and
He
it was their gear on stage, so
So, all right.
yeah. So he came back out. Now, did you do something before War Pigs? Or did
They did. Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
oh, okay. No, because it was. Oh, they did Cult of Personality.
Oh, yes, they did.
Because
yes.
at the very end, if you know Cult of Personality by Living Colour, it has the part of the speech was the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And he did, the only thing we have to fear is, and then they went into War Pigs, which was kind of awesome. Like, that was a good transition.
Yes. And of course, you hear the very beginning, I'm like, woo! Because they do an awesome, like their version of War Pigs, I have always loved it. So I was just like,
I was, yeah.
they're just spot on. And I was just like, ooh, I know it's coming. And he's like, uh-huh. So we like that. We're like, oh, it's not Thursday, but we still get, some Mad Mike's War Pigs. So.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So.
Oh,
Yes.
Going back to the first band, the other song they did was Crazy Train.
Oh,
Because
yes,
you commented how it's weird to be
yes.
at a Mad Mike's thing and Mad Mike not doing
it's like,
Crazy
this
Train.
is Mad Mike's. This is one of Mad Mike's songs. What are you doing the song?
Yeah.
But, that was good, but it was just weird. I'm like, this is weird having this here, and it's not Mad Mike singing this. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a set when we got into a lot of same people kind of staying on stage, and it was
filling in and
4 or 5 bands of about 5 people, or at least it felt like that. Because the next band up was Almost Cooper, which I think pretty much had the same rhythm section as. I mean, it was Jared Babcock and drums again, the big blonde geezer, and.
There's a kid. Is that Danny? No.
He's in Hellion. He was in Hellion, and then he was in the last band.
Okay.
But the dark haired guitar player, he stayed on stage.
Oh yes.
And then was it Moiga?
Oh,
Moga, who was up for about half the night. It seemed like. I mean, he played with everybody.
Yeah.
But he's one of the jam regulars.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes.
So Almost Cooper, Alice Cooper tribute, obviously. They were good. Yeah.
That was pleasant. I don't think I've seen them before. And
I've never even
of course
heard
now.
of them before.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
What? Oh my gosh, I've totally heard of them. I've never got to see them before.
Well, there you go.
So now I'm like,
now in this Whitman sampler of music, we get to
Whitman, I like that.
For those of us old enough to know what a Whitman sampler is, because all the 20-year-olds are going, what's that?
I just bought myself a half price after Valentine's Day heart-shaped box of Whitman's samplers.
You have to.
That was my Valentine's for myself.
Yeah. They make good chocolates. Anyway.
Yep, even though I'm allergic to a third of them because of the nuts, but I don't care. So I'm still alive. So I just have a wow and a perfect for them because
I mean, and they were doing the classic stuff. They did Under My Wheels and I'm 18 and I forgot what they closed with.
It's in there. It won't come out.
It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't School's Out. It wasn't.
No.
Anyway.
Anyways.
But
I can't. But no, they were good.
They were good.
We want more.
Again, recommend.
Yes. Okay, so then we have.
Then we get Arch Allies, or as they say, or as the guy said, part of Arch Allies, because a couple of them are, and then a lot of the people were new, so it's kind of like a new opening Cocoon, a new version of Arch Allies. With that little Spitfire on vocals, Jesus.
Oh yes. And I had her name in my head. Now it's gone.
Yeah, and he said it like 5 times on stage.
Not Molly. No. Anyways, yeah. So we'll find it. You can find it. We'll find it. Holy crap.
And of course they opened with Barracuda, so that's a test for any vocalist, and she freaking nailed it. Yeah.
That was good. No, they I don't have done what they played, but they're just phenomenal, and of course John Gensmer, who's one of my favorite drummers to watch, is just like he was up there.
He was up there. He was doing his thing. He was killing it.
How my goodness. And then not long hair, it's all right.
Yeah, you don't mess with that.
When most of the dudes there had nicer hair than the women,
This is true. It was, I mean, sidebar, when we first got there, it's like, I don't know anybody here.
That's not true.
When we first walked in, it felt like it. Like I was looking around and I didn't see anybody that I knew.
That's because they were all up in the front.
And everybody seemed to be like 10 years older than us, and like grizzled bikers, and it was an older crowd. And then slowly people started filtering that we knew. Donnie showed up. He hung out for a little bit, and Beth, of course, We'll get to her in a second. 'Cause Jesus fucking Christ. And yeah, I mean, and Tank was there with his son Logan, and Slinger was there.
We ran it. And
The Castor Boys were there at one point, but we somehow missed them.
I saw them, but I was headed towards the bathroom, and I'm like, I'll get them on the way back. And then I saw something shiny,
or you heard the band starting or something.
I probably heard the band starting because it's like music.
Yeah, because again, the intermissions were literally.
They
said 10 to 15, but I think they were closer to 10.
If even,
If even,
Yeah.
You're lucky if you got 10 minutes. I mean, they were just cruising.
They really kept it going.
That's probably why they were ended so early. But.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, everybody
which is good. Which is better than them running over, obviously.
Yeah.
But
so
anyway.
Yeah. So Arch Allies, they killed it. They did good. And then
grind.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of these bands are these almost like Minnesota legends that have been around forever. People like Arch Allies and Arena and Grind, who's I've heard the name forever. And they're obviously more of like new metal almost. That's where they kind of veer. And after doing, I forget which two. I mean, they started out with Limp Bizkit.
Yes. Yeah.
Was that?
Is it Fuck Shit Up, or what's the name of that song?
Break Stuff.
Break Stuff. There we go.
Yeah.
Same thing in my head, apparently.
Break shit, fuck shit up, whatever.
But yeah, that song, I know one. Yeah, that's one of the classic, like.
Yeah.
That's, and I was like, oh, like.
Yeah, and then they went.
They
went into something similar, and then they started playing Godsmack.
Not Voodoo.
The first big single that Godsmack had, Go Away.
Yeah.
Which I love that tune. I know Godsmack has gotten so much shit for whatever. There's something about the way they play and their rhythms that's just.
Yeah. It brings out that aggression in you that you like. Stuck in traffic or dealing with dumb people, or,
but not
but
an overly aggressive.
No,
it's a groovy kind of aggressive, if that makes sense.
Cathartic.
Yeah, it's more of like
aggression.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah, kind of, you can kind of piss and moan about it and get it out, and like
it doesn't want to make you go and tear down walls or stuff. You just kind of some people. It doesn't for me. I just love the sound of what they do.
It is. It's cool. Just like it is. It's a cathartic. It's really good.
So anyway, they start playing it and they're like, yeah, we're gonna play some Godsmack, but we got a special surprise for you first. And they go into
Big Butts. Yeah.
Baby's Got Back.
Yeah. I call it Big Butts.
The hardest version of Baby's Got Back you've ever heard in your life. It was awesome.
That song.
And then they did a medley of two other old school hip hop songs, which was just so freaking cool. It was just awesome.
I hope milkshake. They did the milkshake too, didn't they?
Yeah, they ended with the milkshake, and then I think they did something in the middle that I recognized but couldn't really, just because of the way they were doing it. But it's like I know those lyrics, so I really hope somebody got full video of that and puts that out somewhere, because that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, so
and then they ended up going back into Go Away and finished it off with that, which was just fuck. I mean, those guys again, those guys are pros. You know, they know what they're doing.
I want more.
Oh, then we get to after the hype. I have a feeling this was probably the most anticipated set of the night, because the entire dance floor was just packed. I mean, there was no moving. And this was Megabeth, if you know Megabeth from the Jams. She's also in Sugar Buzz. She's been teasing, and at the Jams she's been doing more and more Queensryche stuff. And she's been teasing this Queensryche tribute band, and this was their maiden voyage, Queen of the Reich. And holy fucking Jesus. I mean, if you know Beth, you know the range that she has and the phenomenalness of what she does. But the people around her that she's assembled that pulled the stuff off flawlessly. And she went into, because her range is very similar to Jeff Tate's. and she can do the highs, obviously. But when she went into like the,
Yeah.
the mid-range, like lower stuff, I was like, what?
I know. I heard.
Where do you come from?
I heard exclamations from about like 5 dudes behind us. Like, what the? Or holy, there.
Yeah.
Oh my! Or like they were like all
Because again,
like,
you know she can do the highs. I mean,
Yeah.
that's nothing for her.
Uh-huh.
But to do that mid-range stuff,
Yeah.
that was fucking impressive. That
Yeah.
that was impressive.
I
didn't-
literally heard like the peanut gallery behind me all at the same time,
Yeah.
exclamations. It was just like, holy cow!
yeah. So that I would love to see a full set of. Yeah, Beth, we didn't get
Yes.
a chance to see you after the show, but goddamn.
Wow.
And then about half the crowd left.
Yeah. Yeah.
For-
It got
for-
cold in there all of a sudden. I was like,
And
why
and it
is
was
cold
Hollywood
here?
Boulevard that was up next,
Yeah.
and they're no slouches.
But did she? But wait a minute. But when at the end of that, did she did the Angel Eyes? Didn't she? Was that where she did Angel Eyes?
No, that was at
end
the end of the end,
crap.
end of the night.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Okay.
alert.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Sorry. Oopsie daisy. You'll have to cut that part off.
Well,
Okay.
edit that.
All right.
Okay.
So and then after that, it got the
It-
floor got
The floor got empty, and
Almost.
and almost. I mean,
Half empty.
A good like half the crowd left.
yeah.
And for Hollywood Boulevard, which I kind of felt
Mm-hmm.
sorry about, and then she kind of leaned over and said, "Where'd everybody go?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, they're probably off cooling off from the last set because
No.
again, that was freaking phenomenal." And I mean, nothing against Hollywood Boulevard because we've seen them before, and they're awesome.
Yes.
And their vocalist Ted is
Yes.
incredible.
Ted.
Um,
And him and Beth really, they have like to me the, like just amazing voices.
Oh yeah,
because they both can do all the crazy stuff. Like
yeah. They can both do the
like,
highs. They can
I've heard
both
Ted
do the
do
lows.
gentle, like smooth.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Like,
mean,
yeah, like,
because
holy crap.
yeah, Hollywood Boulevard came out and said, we learned something, special for the show, and they went into knocking on heaven's door, which they did phenomenally. That was an awesome version of that. With the crowd participation, of course, because they did the GNR live version. But yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Oh yes, and I've seen them. I think that was a New Year's Eve show I saw one time. That was, oh gosh, they're good.
Well,
They're
we
good.
saw them at it wasn't a New Year's Eve show, but we saw them at Doghouse.
The first time I saw them
Oh,
was
first
the
time
New
you
Year's
saw them.
Eve show.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
First
yeah.
time I saw them was with you at
Yes.
Doghouse.
Yes.
Where Tank was there too.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the
'Cause
pickle
we
dogs and-
all
yeah,
shared
yeah, yeah.
appetizers. And
Yeah.
I thought Minnesota sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, those guys are fun. They're, I mean, hence the name. They do a lot of your, late 70s, 80s, early 90s, like LA Sunset Strip kind of stuff.
And I
But-
just love watching them all play because
Yeah.
they're just, you could just, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun to see how is he making that noise? How are they making that noise? So, because I'm not really a guitarist, so I'm just like, yeah, that's fun. The talent. And then right after that we have,
Okay, we're almost done. Next we have Hellion, the Priest tribute, which we've seen before. Also fronted by Ted. And he was in full leather regalia with the kilt and the
knees
knees and everything.
Knees.
And yeah, in really, really good voice. And yeah, I mean, and that's the one with the young guitar player,
Danny?
Danny.
Is it Danny? I
Danny.
think it's Danny
Yeah, the guy on the other end.
on that side.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the long haired.
he likes to make faces, and he's very entertaining.
He has got the greatest
Yeah,
guitar
he
faces.
is, yes.
ever.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, he's fun to. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, and then we have, is it Johnny on this side? No, that was the other one. And that was Hollywood Boulevard. I'm mixing my bands up again. Oops.
Yeah.
But anyways, but yeah, we have.
Yeah, and if you like Priest,
Hellion.
definitely check out Hellion. They're
Yes.
very, very good.
Very good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
And his vocals are insane.
they are kind of
In
insane.
how long he holds and he changes as he holds.
Yeah.
And then like, holy crap. Like, seriously, him and Beth are just...
Well, I did notice when Hellion started, Beth came running out of somewhere.
No,
right to the middle of the
she
stage.
did. She was like... She was up there and she's doing her head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was rocking out all night.
Yeah.
And she did a phenomenal set with Queen of the Reich and a little something special at the end.
Yeah.
That the woman, where she gets her stamina, I have no idea.
I know. I was just thinking, like, yeah. No wonder she's so skinny. If I jumped around like that, I would be, like, imploding into non-existence because, like, holy cow. Yeah. There, she's got that name for a reason.
For a reason.
Mega Beth.
And again, one of the nicest people ever.
Yeah, we loved you.
She did pull us aside to take a,
we got
selfie with us.
Beth.
So,
which I'm sure she'll post. She does her stuff. I love her. She's so fun.
Yeah, she's great.
All right.
Oh, so now we're up to the last
band
scheduled band of the night, which is a bunch of kids. And they all look really young.
We've seen them before, though.
Have we seen them before?
Maybe it was. They were at one of the Mad Mike's showcases. So maybe it wasn't when I took the other Ryan too.
Could have been
my friend Ryan.
Yeah, because I'd never seen these guys before.
So, I've seen them before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for I want to say it was one of the Mad Mike.
That actually
showcase.
Yeah,
things.
I think I remember seeing their name on the list. Yeah.
So they were good then, and so to see them again, I was kind of like, oh, they're good.
Yeah, and good song choices too.
Yeah, they kept you going, kept you captivated, and
and
holy cow.
And again, you saw Danny because he played with them too, and then their singer was really good too. Yeah.
And then I was like, when they went into Jailbreak at first, I was like, kind of like, is this, and it is. And then I was like, ooh. So, I had to put that down in my notes because I wanted to. That was fun. That was fun to have that song.
Well, anybody that does a Thin Lizzy cover that's not Boys Are Back in Town has my vote. And I've always liked Jailbreak. Like, that's one song I'd love to do at some point.
And it's very jammy, and
it's just a good song.
It was good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so when it was announced that these were the last band, and I'm like, it's like 6 o'clock. What? It's early. Like, what the hell? Because they had it scheduled, so the last band would be done at 7. So they got done. I forgot what they closed with, but
I don't remember.
Yeah, we should take better notes.
I will. I'm getting.
The fact that you have this much is like really impressive, and that's awesome.
I kept with it. I'm like, I have to keep this. I don't think I missed anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we double checked the actual flyer, and I think we had everybody. So then Mad Mike came back out and did a few more, because he was kind of auctioning stuff off all night. Some of it legitimate stuff, some of it was like a can of green beans, a 12-pack of ramen that somebody gave him $20 for. I mean, all the stuff, all the money going to the family, of course. So we were happy to. And then you.
Yeah. Well.
So sorry. So he's like, okay, a couple more things, and a couple more things, and like 5 things later, it's like, and we're all just standing here, because he's like, and then if we have time at the end, maybe we'll get people up and we'll do a little jam, and we're all just like, okay, let's just get to that.
Yeah.
And then they had these two, like second to the last item, because the last item was the was it a Mickey Mantle, the baseball thing?
Was it Joe DiMaggio? No.
DiMaggio. One of the old baseball players. It was either Mickey Mantle or Joe DiMaggio, one of the two. But before that was a pair of duckhead prints.
Yeah.
From
Les Cuba.
Les Cuba.
Yeah.
Who was a local boy. Who apparently his stuff, if you get the right thing, is worth a hell of a lot. And so 2 of these printings at a value of $300 each, and I think he started the bidding at what,
20 or
$30 or something. Yeah. And no one was taking, and You know, we're just kind of like, okay. And then this one's
Yeah.
finally like, oh, $60. I'll take
Yeah.
it. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just get on with it.
I mean,
you know.
well, no, because I'm like, it occurred to me because I was thinking, and I was right, but I was thinking that he was one of the duck stamp guys. So, and I was like, oh, I think my mother would really like those. So, I'm like, I'll give you 60, and then I'm like, oh crap, and I just tossed something else extra up there because I was just like, that's plenty worth it, and I know the money's going to a good place. So I was just like, so my mother's gonna get a little surprise.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, of course I was thinking about getting the tattoo packages for this one, but he still hasn't got the tattoos from the other. He's still got to get on that, and then Logan was like, when they had the hairball tickets, he was like,
he got all kinds of excited.
and I'm like, crap, I was like 3 seconds too late getting up to, like, I was just like, okay, I should probably do that. And I was like,
and then
half a foot, and then someone ran up there. I was like,
yeah.
Because I was thinking that would be fun. That would be nice to take that kid and Tank, and that's Tank's kid, to take him and Tank and us and go see Hairball. Because I think that is their New Year's Eve thing.
I
that's
will,
what they were talking about.
Yeah, I will look into that tomorrow and verify that. And I mean, because if tickets are only $25, we might as well.
Well, yeah, I know, but it would,
But it would have been cool to.
Remember, I'm the instant gratification lady.
This is
to be like, okay, I got us 4 tickets. Here we go. Here you go. Like, so, but. No, but so that's all right though. It is what's supposed to be in the end. So
yeah.
So that was fun. Although I was too late because I didn't have the cash with me on my ding dong until halfway through. The stuff was gone, and the boxes of wine. Yes, you heard me. And no, it's not the box of wine. It's a box.
It was box of
bottles of wine, like 7. I think like 7 different. Well, it started out with boxes of 7 different 7 different bottles of wine.
Okay.
And then they might have.
Yeah, I thought one of them was like
increased
10 or
10.
something. I don't know.
That was probably when I went towards the ATM. So.
Yeah, and then because they had all the silent auction stuff, which we didn't really.
I didn't go to that because it was music already. So.
Yeah, I mean, because.
Music.
I mean, and again, no offense to the family and the fundraising, but we were there to watch the music.
Yeah. Well, if we had gotten there earlier.
If we had gotten there earlier.
You kind of planned, but it didn't quite happen. But
the fact that we didn't get home till like late last night or the night before.
Well, we still got parking in the actual parking lot, whereas
this is true.
Other people were parked
literally like 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
Which was kind of impressive a little bit. Like there were that many people there. I mean, that was insane.
Yeah.
Because it's a Sunday, and their Route 47 is kind of in a strip mall, and I'm pretty sure that was the only thing open.
Yeah.
In the strip mall on a Sunday. So yeah, to have that many people there was damn impressive. Yeah.
Yep. It's great. I just. Holy crap. What kind of community I've gotten myself into by being with you. It's just it's awesome.
It is.
It's really awesome. Not gonna start crying again.
No. But anyway.
Oh yeah, okay, so we were going on now. Okay, so
before we get to that.
Yes.
Because we were talking the boxes of wine, which they had, 3, 4, 5,
something like that.
Yeah. One of the other things they had, and I just glanced at it, I didn't really examine it. But as you're walking in, if you've ever been to Route 47, you come through the front door, and then you have the pool tables over here, and that's where they had all the silent auction. And like, I don't know if it's like a little railing or something to there, but butted up against that was literally a wheelbarrow full of alcohol. I didn't see what it was. I mean, I'm assuming it's, may have been stuff from the bar or something. I don't know, but it was literally a trough of liquor. And I know that was, and I'm still curious on how much they got for that, because even if it was bottom shelf stuff, we're still talking
$300,
easily $300 in booze. And if it's top shelf stuff, or even mid,
better.
then it's like so if anybody knows how much that went for, just out of curiosity.
I think he was going to post everything. Or Mad Mike was going to put everything.
Yeah, well, I know he was going to do a full list of
donors.
The donors and the contributors and all that stuff. And if he does, that stuff too, that'd be awesome. But yeah, so then we finally got through the last rounds of the auctioning, which wasn't really auctioning. It was like the first person to come with the money is like, okay, you got it.
I know. I was kind of like,
there was a couple. I think for the baseball thing, there was actual back and forth until it got to like 200, and then the guy was like, yeah, no, I'm out. Well, we finally got through that, and he did all of his thank yous for the main people that contributed to the success of this. And then he's like, okay, let's, we got a little bit of time left. Let's, jam a little bit. So he did, he did a song. I forget which one. It wasn't an Ozzy or a Sabbath, I don't think.
I'm trying to think. Oh.
Yeah, because he did one, then Tank did one, then Beth, and then Mike again. So Mike did his song, whichever it was. Apologies, brain. And then they got Tank up there, and he did "You Really Got Me" with Eruption at the beginning.
Yeah.
And what's his face? Scully playing Eruption, which was pretty freaking accurate. And then Tank actually sang "You Really Got Me" fairly good.
Yeah.
And then there were guys doing the backups and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it sounded actually really good.
That was great. That was really good. I like that.
And it was nice to hear him do something that wasn't the 5 cover songs he usually does.
It was good. Yeah, it was. I was very entertained. I really liked that. It was and a different vocals than it was a different sound than I usually ever hear come out of him. So it was a lot growlier and like raspier, growlier, a little grittier. There's the word.
A little ballsier. Yeah.
Ballsy. Yeah, that's one of his words. So there you go, Tank. That's ballsier sound. Yeah. No, that was fun. It's really fun.
And then.
Oh no. You talk. I can't talk. I actually cried, so I can't talk.
So Mega Beth come up and do.
It's something called something else. I always call it Angel Eyes, but it's
But it's Steelheart,
right?
Steelheart.
Steelheart. I love it. One other person I've ever heard do that song. One of my friends from karaoke days, Lyle, he did. Oh my gosh, he does Steelheart. But anyways,
and I should have known because Mike was like, okay, Tank, you'll do some Van Halen, and then Beth, you're up and you're going to do Angel Eyes.
Yeah.
And at first I thought he meant the Jeff Healey band Angel Eyes.
Oh.
And I'm like,
I know that one.
That doesn't sound right. But then it's like, oh yeah, she does Steelheart. Whatever the actual title of that song
I'll
is.
Never Let You Go. Is that the actual title?
It might be.
It might be. But yeah.
You would know it if
between those two phrases, you should know what song we're talking about.
And again, she. Oh my God. It was another dedication to John. Because the first time she ever did that song was at Route 47, and John was probably running lights and that whole thing, and then she did it, and oh my God, I mean, she's done it countless times. Like that's one of her go-to songs at the jams, but this one felt so much different and just so much more powerful and just oh my God, it was so good.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
When she hits those notes and when she sings like that with such power, you almost really think she's just gonna literally explode. She is so full of power and just projects it, and it's just like, like literally one of these days, I think she's just gonna go poof, and then it's just and sparkles and lightning and everything goes everywhere.
And then glitter, and then just a pile of glitter on the stage.
Holy crap! Like like it's literally that powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've quite heard anyone sing quite like that with that much power and that much conviction and that much just so that should have, in our opinion, that should have been the end of the show.
Sorry to everybody else.
Sorry, Mike. I know it's your thing.
Just kind of
but
felt like it.
It should have been finish that song, stage goes to black, turn the house music on. Like no even goodbye, no nothing, just turn the house music on and then we're done. Like that would have been the perfect ending. But not quite. And again, Mike was running the thing and it's his show and we get it. And so he got to have the last song. And he said, we're going to do a deep cut on Sabbath. And
yeah.
And so my mind is going, okay. Because anytime somebody says that, I'm like, okay, do like Electric Funeral. I would love to hear a band do Electric Funeral. That's one of my favorite songs off of Paranoid. Or, something deep off of like, I don't know, Mob Rules or something. No, they did Fairies Wear Boots. Yeah. Which I'm not... I mean, it's a good song. I like Fairies Wear Boots. It's a fun song.
We probably needed it, though, after the emotional...
This is true. That is a good point.
Like,
gut-wrenching, like...
tearing out and...
You're just, like, in the state of...
completely eviscerated.
And then you need a little, groovy little Sabbath to kind of,
Little, yeah. Because when I started hearing that, I'm like, oh, I know what this is. Okay. All right.
Okay, we can breathe now.
Yeah. So, you know what? Maybe... I think that was an excellent planning. You knew what you were doing. All in all, now.
Yeah.
Hindsight being 20/20.
Yeah, now that we're actually talking it out, that actually does make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, of course, he kills. Because it's just a perfect... Yeah, and I do love that song. So, but yeah.
Yeah, so that was... And then after that, it was done. And then it was just a bunch of milling around and like, okay, is everybody going now? Because we didn't want to get caught in traffic. But a good chunk of the people had left by then. Like, people probably left right after the last scheduled band.
Yeah.
Or maybe even before, because I know people were kind of leaving intermittently and stuff, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't bad getting out of the park. There was quite a few people gone, so it was a lot. It was pretty easy, but I don't like fighting people to get out of a parking lot.
No,
that's like even if I go to bigger shows like the Excel and stuff.
I was going to say, we had enough of that at Rockfest last year, where it's like, get to the car, literally don't even turn on the car, just wait for at least 45 minutes.
Sit, talk.
Till we see...
Did the one night we took a nap?
Oh, I think we did.
Yeah, the one night we were so exhausted.
Just for wait for there to be some sort of motion.
Yeah.
But not this year.
No.
Because we're on ground.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting seeing how that goes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
The clamping.
Clamping.
Anyway.
That was, it's an emotionally exhausting day. I mean.
Yes.
That's a lot. It's a lot of good, and then it's the sad, and then it's good, and it's sad, and it's just, and then seeing people, and it's good.
Oh, and we ran into the Joes.
Yes, he introduced me to Joe's.
Joe DeRocca and Joe, bass player Joe, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, something with a B, I apologize. Both formerly of Revenant Soul, another band that you sadly missed.
Yes.
Who were so good.
And I'm sad.
Have I given you their CD yet?
I don't think I've heard it, no.
Okay.
So you might not have. I mean, I've kind of stolen a few and brought them back, and for a long time kept them hostage.
And we still have to go through.
And we still have to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I ran into them, and I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen either of those guys in a while, so it was good to catch up. And then Colin from the issue.
I remember Colin.
We were just kind of walking past, and he stopped me, and it's like, "Hey, Ryan," and I'm like, and I didn't recognize him at first, and he's like, "Colin, I'm in the issue," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," and he's like, "You're Ryan Hakeland, right?" It's like, yeah. and again, this is a band I've seen, I mean, twice maybe, and maybe talked to him, but you know, I mean, not to sound, you know, overly important or egotistical or anything, but just the fact that I, you know, pay attention and I tag people and I, you know, try to promote as much as I can. People just know me, you know, and if they meet me once, they remember me literally 4 years later. It's a little bizarre to me still.
You have a presence that you don't understand. You really do. You do make a mark, an impact, an impression. There's the word, an impression on people. Yes. Plus, people know that you support. You support music and, you know, the bands. And the
local scene and all that, yeah.
So people know that. You know, they respect that. And I mean, I think it's awesome. I mean, you're like, I got all these T-shirts. You're going to think I'm crazy. And I'm like, the first time I saw his pile, which has grown now, I think it's 3 times bigger than it was when I first saw your shirts. Yeah. And I keep encouraging it. So, but not that you need much encouragement for it, but but yeah, and I'm like, what? I think that's awesome. Like, go for it. Like, it's just like it's badass. Like, it's cool.
Just like crazy stuff. Like when we went to Rockfest, it's like, okay, what shirts do I bring? Who do I rep? Do I rep Minnesota bands? Do I rep Wisconsin bands because we're in Wisconsin? And then day by day, these are the decisions that go through my head. And in my head, they sound crazy. No. But
totally.
But it's like, perfect. Yeah. And then, of course, you know, if it's a T-shirt, hat, hoodie situation, they all can't be the same band. They all have to be different bands.
He seriously,
I put a lot of thought into stupid shit like that.
And then if I'm with him, and then he's like, "Oh, well, let's see. If I wear this, and then you could wear this, or then you know, like," and then so yeah, he literally will try to get as much coverage for as many people as possible. So like, yeah, like I'll be wearing this, and then I don't think we often wear the same bands at the same times. I mean, not often. Casket maybe once in a while will end up.
Once in a while. That's only because I have so much
and
Casket
because
stuff.
Casket's just awesome.
And Casket's awesome.
But yeah. But I think we really try to always switch it up.
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so he honestly thinks about this, like who should I rep and how should I rep, and like depending on where we're going or who we're seeing and what he might work best. And
like if we're going to see someone that I know, oh, they used to be in this band, I'll wear a T-shirt from that band, hoping that they'll notice and say, hey, and you know, all that stuff. And depending on who it is, you know, and depending on how well I know them, it's like, you know, just like going to see, you know, those guys with the Hexortis T-shirt, and it's like, hey.
Yeah. Well, although I don't think you planned that one. Right?
That one I honestly did not. Yeah. Didn't even think about
until I got Fix the Glitch, which was another band that was, you know.
That's not dead yet, but but
kind
but soon. Yeah. R.I.P. guys, we love you. I mean, and again, we understand. We completely understand that life happens, and you can only do so much. But
I mean, I could barely deal with work. I mean, to have a band on top of it all, like I'm like very much respect you guys, and I understand it. And holy cow, because life is by itself sometimes is just a lot.
A lot, yes. It's a lot.
Especially with the crazy world nowadays.
That's a rant for another day.
All right, let's go to bed.
Let's go to bed.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. As we say, just be cool. Don't be a dick. Support every single one of your locals. And just be kind, because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
So.